Give him space real quick.
Fire it.
There you go.
There you go. Good stuff.
As a point guard, man, you got to always be adaptable. As you can see early in the game, I wasn't really knocking my shots down, found different ways to impact the game, got my teammates open, and that opened up me the potential to be able to get the game winner, and we saw how that went.
I'm with him. He's way far out.
Yep. On the way. On the way.
5.7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Team community up by 2.
Go, Rod.
Stay honest.
No.
Let's make the starting 5 for your Minnesota Timberwolves. At the point guard position, standing 6'4", number 8, Isaiah Collier. At forward, standing 6'9", number 3, Jaden McDaniels. The man in the middle, standing 7 feet 1, number 27, Rudy Gobert. Starting at power forward, at 6'9", number 30, Big Julius Randle. The other guard, standing 6'4", number 5, Anthony Edwards. The head coach of your home team, fans, your Minnesota Timberwolves.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce is our reporter. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Al Horford. And it's Spencer in at the 1. And for Minnesota, Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randle and Gobert are in the middle. And it's Collier in at point guard. Well, we always hear about the rookie wall, Grant, but some players seem to claim it's a myth.
Well, you know, B.A., I think it's real for most first-year players. Adjusting to the length and intensity of an NBA season can be exhausting, but some guys will be able to break through that wall.
Now here's Randle. It's Edwards on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes. And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. A lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted. Well, Jonathan Kuminga is one of the most exciting young players in the league. He's long, explosive, and right now it's about adding to his game. He's showing us the handles a little bit right there, all the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man.
You don't. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time.
Let's check in with our reporter, Ali LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Minnesota's head coach. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Ali. And just over a minute played here to start the game.
Nice swat by Randle, putting the D on big time.
From behind the arc. Edwards can't hit.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run. But when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit. So eventually, He took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. Okay, thanks for the report, chums. Nice move. Uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, and it's going to be a 3-second call. So a moment now to see the story for Quentin Post. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Collier. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Tries yet again, and it's laid in by Randall.
This guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randall's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
Now here's Butler. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. That's tipped and stolen by Edwards. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Rocking him right off the floor. Explosive jam by McDaniels.
Timeout called, the Warriors. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Highland, he's checked in for Collier. Inside. Here's Green. And again, no good by Golden State.
Working from medium range. He was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
Blocked.
He's had a hard time finding his shot this quarter.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 so far. Pass to Spencer.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left now in the first quarter. And it's Green missing. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Pretty tricky and sweet pump fake move by Edwards there, pulling the defender in close to get the foul drawn.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Down low. Lets it fly. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota leading by 3 to the middle. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
There's 1:26 left to play in the first. An area of the floor where Jaden McDaniels really excels. Defense.
Yeah, he's a strong perimeter defender. He's got great length, good anticipation, and he's competitive. I mean, those are the things that allow him to shut guys down on occasion.
Here's Spencer. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Here's Green.
They're amped up on D, contesting everything.
Exactly. Nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far.
Here's Highland. Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now here's Edwards. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game.
Well, Randall was lined up and ready to go. The moment the ball hit his fingers, he got it into his shot motion.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Spencer. He had 9 points in his last time out. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? Green. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
And Green loves flexing on the defense. Welcomes the contact and overpowers it.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Outside McDaniels. Edwards for 3. Here's Randall. And so it's Minnesota leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Warriors trail by 6. So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. They've got Kuminga. Moody is out there with Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Horford in at the center position, locking down the middle. Nice shot by Kuminga.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Here's Collier, defended by Podziemski. For 3, DiVincenzo. Kuminga pulls it in. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. And that game will mark the end of a 4-game trip.
And Butler makes the smart play, getting it out to the three-point shooter.
Here's Collier. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Chalk up 2 there.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
To the inside. Here's Kuminga. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kuminga. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
You take a look at Edwards. He's going to need to move up this list big time to be part of the three-point contest. But he's got a shot.
Maybe, especially if he can get hot from beyond the arc. And he certainly has the ability to do so.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
Here's De Silva. No points so far. Pass to Reed. DiVincenzo on the wing. Moody defends. 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo can't hit.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Ryan. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship, period." Back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. Here's Collier. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Collier's got 4 points this quarter. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
And Minnesota calls time here. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So, might just surprise us a little.
And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. Fifth on the list, the Warriors.
Well, you've got to love the shot selection lately. I mean, this team, the ball is finding the open man.
Here's Collier. He's got 6. For 3, DiVincenzo knocks down the triple. DiVincenzo's got his second basket on the night.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Back to Butler. Fires from the line. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
To the wing, right side. Three-pointer. De Silva, no good.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Moses Moody up strong for the jam.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Well, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
For 3, DiVincenzo. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Golden State calls timeout. So both teams changing it up here.
And they've got a spot in the top 5 teams when it comes to points off turnovers. These guys never hesitate to make the most of any opportunity they get to turn sloppy ball handling into quick points.
And you got to avoid fouling this team. It's really that simple. They are the top team in the league in terms of free throw percentage because they don't want to waste any chances to cash in from the line. Now here's Butler. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Down low, Butler drops it in.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And here's Randall. He had 19 points in the win against Golden State. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Reed has a pretty proficient three-point shot. He's a big guy who loves to stretch the floor, too.
Butler on the wing. Pass to post. Launches it. Good. And Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out. But it looks like they're putting it together right now.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Pretty tight defense there on Edwards. As a matter of fact, a little too tight.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Randall with a steal. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. Nine seconds left in the second period. Moody on the wing. Over McDaniels. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Dante DiVincenzo making things happen for Minnesota. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter. Providing some sharp shooting. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They have an 8-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, this has been a great overall performance. They matched their effectiveness on offense with their intensity on D, and the same all-around effort is going to be crucial in the second half. They still got work to do. Don't celebrate too early.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Ernie, that's a lackluster performance. Lackluster effort. I mean, they didn't look sharp running their sets. They weren't cutting. They weren't hustling. Jack, if you played in this era, you'd average 50 because guys didn't want to give the effort.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. One of the stories here, Moses Moody getting it done today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Warriors trail by 8. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Collier is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Now here's Pajemski. Not a lot of room.
Terrific work by Edwards there. The positioning, the timing on the contest, that's textbook D, folks.
That's good from Collier on the assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists now tonight. Pass to Spencer. To the paint. Here's Horford. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry. And Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint. I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Brian, back to you.
A great fit. Thank you, Allie. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. To the left wing. Offensive board. Pass to Collier. McDaniels from long range. The shot that time not on target.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
And a foul called on the way up. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Pass to Horford. Shot clock at 6. Here's Butler. McDaniels with some nice D.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Good on the bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside. Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Timeout called, the Warriors.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon. I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Green's checked in for the Warriors. Outside Pajemski. He takes it in. Pass to Spencer for 3. De Silva with the rebound.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him. You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the score by Minnesota. And count it. The head coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
They give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 9 points in the game. Outside Edwards. Horford pulls it in.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
And it's Green missing. Minnesota leading by 12. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Pajemski. Here's DiVincenzo. Kept alive by Minnesota. The kick out to Edwards. 4-3. Edwards connects from outside.
Edwards is a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
Now here's Pajemski. Guarded by Edwards. Right side Pajemski. And that's good from 17 feet. Pajemski's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle. Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Checked in for Minnesota. Highland comes in for Edwards. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. Number 5, the Warriors.
Over the last month, this team has shown strides defensively. The effort level has been much improved.
Now here's Highland. He's scoreless.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
A minute 58 left to play in the third. Drains the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Now here's Moody. 10 points for him. Here's Spencer. Here's Green. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
There's always a spot for a guy like Draymond Green on your side. An incredible defender. He's unselfish offensively and a highly skilled passer.
Free throw good. Green.
Yeah, in terms of winners in NBA history, few have the resume of Draymond Green.
And both free throws good for Green. A minute 29 left to play in the third quarter. Pass to De Silva. Three-pointer. And another three for Minnesota.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Moody misses.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Spencer, following the score by Minnesota. Moody passes to Green. Right side Moody. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And these will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Highland looking for an opening. Outside, DiVincenzo. Misses the three.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Reed. Outside Highland. There's 14 seconds left in the third. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Highland. Reed's got 6 here in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Minnesota sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And so in the game for the Warriors, Al Horford out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Butler. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Really left him alone that time.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
To the inside. It's stolen by Highland. McDaniels passes to Randall. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Golden State with it. And he banks in the layup.
Butler draws the attention, then kicks to a teammate. Perfection.
The Timberwolves lead by 22. Pass to Reed. Inside. And it's Randall with the jam.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And founded back in 2020, the National Basketball Social Justice Coalition still pushing for voting rights and eliminating bias in the justice system. A lot yet to be done here.
Yes, indeed, VA. And give them a follow. I mean, it's so much important work. It takes all of us to really create the change we all hope to see.
And Minnesota with some changes. Edwards comes in for DiVincenzo. And it's Collier in for Highland. And Golden State also making a switch. Spencer's checked in. And Edwards slams it in.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Outside Podziemski. Plenty of space. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
Outside Edwards. Outside for Randall. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Just 5 to shoot. McDaniels from long range. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. There's the triple. They get it back. Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Saving that trip. Nas Reed turning a miss into a bucket.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Butler. Here's Spencer. Stolen by Reed. Here's Edwards. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Horford relentless as a defender in good position. That shot never had a chance.
Up top, Reed. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Drops in the 3. Edwards has got 20.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Butler. Here's Spencer. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his 3rd triple.
Here's Podziemski. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Edwards can't get that one to fall. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got 5 assists in the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And let's talk about their blocks. When you're facing a team swatting shots, it becomes a mental situation as well. Makes you think twice before you fire.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. They're up by 34. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter here. Time now to present our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Well, I tell you what, it's been so much fun watching him do his thing out here. I mean, the game is looking effortless for him, and he's riding that wave of confidence and momentum, which has allowed him to completely take over and dominate.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. And Minnesota with possession here. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Pass to De Silva. There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth. No good on the three.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shots. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Timberwolves.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year.
And honestly, it is clear who the better team is. They've won all 3 matchups this year and have a chance to go 4 for 4 in their final meeting against Golden State.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. There's 31 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Spencer. Shoots from 14. Kept alive. Here's Post. Drops in the layup for 2.
Some loud hustle points right there. My goodness.
Now Highland. The 3. Kuminga pulls it in. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
I'm that rapper, stick up to when they won't know how to do it. Used to be the